Well, it's been another week of the marketing experiment and I wanted to check in. I promise I will have other videos eventually, but this is like my first like real true attempt at legit just marketing, and it does feel weird, and it's really surprising on what's working and what isn't, and like I wanted to talk about it, and it's my channel, so I'm going to do that. So if you haven't been here, last week I talked about it, but basically I have been taking the sort of inspiration of how to market from Lydia Foxglove, the Cozy Creative. She talks about this sort of vaguely of like basically you post a picture related to your book. She writes fantasy, I write nonfiction witchcraft. It's a weird overlap to try and find. But you take a picture and like a little blurb. Now she did like full scenes and you have the swiping of the scenes to read through. I just picked like 1 or 2 lines from mine. And then you have like what I call the landing page of the like purchase my book, want more, here it is, blah 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 page. And I have been posting that on 3 major places. So here on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok. And surprise, surprise, YouTube has been slightly better than Instagram, but not really. Instagram, I have literally, it's been sitting at 0 still. And it does feel pointless at this point to keep trying on there. And I kind of think when I'm done with these scheduled posts, I will just be done. Like doesn't do anything. Like I don't have a community over there anyways. I've tried posting there for years, and I used to have a bit of an audience, and now it just doesn't really exist anymore. So like I have so many other things I need to be doing. Wasting my time on Instagram isn't really it. YouTube honestly isn't much better. I've had like 1 interaction on 1 post, and then I've had like maybe 5 likes total, if that. Again, like, and it's like me just like scrolling to see, because like you don't get notified of it, so it's like, huh, all right, well, got a tiny bit, but like not even consistently. It's like mostly zeros, then you get 1, mostly zeros, then you get 1, and you're like, okay, not really going anywhere here, cool. Now, TikTok is where it's at, because I was doing once a day and it was going so well, I decided, nah, I need more work. So I decided to do 2 days. And following this week, I'm actually going to bump it up to 3 times a day. So these are 3 different books that I am promoting over there. It is my, like the ones that I feel like are the easiest ones to market. My Death Journey book, it feels weird to market. It feels so weird to be like, oh my God, are you going through a death? Buy my book. That feels so weird. It's just one of those books that I just want people to know exists, but like it feels weird to try and push and market it, because that just feels a little too sketch and scammy for me. So like, I'm probably not gonna do it to that one. And because A Practical Witch's Book of Shadows is the revised edition of 3 other books, I feel weird pushing those. So like, I'm not gonna do those. So I have 3 of my 7 witchcraft books that I will be promoting. So I've been doing A Practical Witch's Book of Shadows, and it has actually resulted in sales. Again, not a lot, but like more than 0, which is great. And I also still got some for the Death Journey, so good for that book. Keep it going. And also, I started to promote for Dangers in Witchcraft, which is the other beginner witch book that I really hope people would read, because I kept it simple for a reason, because in the wilds, that has been my experience. People do not want a very complex book on the subject. They want to just get to the point. They're not readers, typically, and they're the type of person that I want to have this book in like the trunk of my car to go hand out in the wild and be like, you're a new witch, read this. Just don't mess with fire safety, don't mess with eating essential oils, just like watch for grafters. That conversation right here, quick and easy, good. That is why I wrote that book, and I've been promoting that one, and it's got no sales at all. But I did get some for the book that I haven't even promoted yet, which was wild. So they must have just found my content, but it did end up getting me more attention to my work. And my last book, Handling Curses as a Witch, did end up getting some sales, which is great. Not a lot, but more than zero. Before I started this experiment, I had like 2 months straight of 0 sales. That's not fantastic when you're trying to do this as a full-time job. So getting any amount is great. It's still under 10, so not much, but again, better than 0. And so I am working towards, I'll be posting 3 times a day. The algorithm seems to appreciate that. I have noticed that the linger only goes for maybe 48 hours before it drops off the face of the planet because I'm not a big creator. So my content on TikTok, well, it's getting more views than anywhere really. And getting more interactions. It's not comments, I'm mostly getting favorites and likes, but something. And again, it's resulting in sales, which is more than I can say for all of my other endeavors. And so I think it's working, it's worth the effort, because I make like a bulk of the posts. So I'll just take like a day, because it does take a long time to just make the post. So I'll find an image on Pixabay. I like there because you can toggle for not having AI. I feel like some of them feel really still AI and it's just wrongly labeled. So some of them I try to avoid. I'm not good at detecting AI at all. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. Like I wonder how like people can make that. Like I still don't completely understand how like graphic design really works. Like I never learned the process of it. So it's just always been like this alluring magic that people can just do. And so I have a hard time detecting if it's like just artistic skill or if it's AI. And sometimes like the uncanny valley kicks in and you're like, and then I was right. But sometimes I'm still wrong. So I like to have that little feature just to keep me safe of like, I at least tried, guys, because I don't have time to care that much. I do a lot. I run 2 YouTube channels, a Patreon, and I'm trying to publish every single month. I don't have time to be like really analyzing a picture. I like glance at it and I'm like, okay, and then just move on with my life. Now, could I do the harder thing? Yeah. Like I've thought about like, that's how I always thought you were supposed to do it, is like take a picture of your own book and have like 31 pictures of your book to be like, check it out, check it out, check it out. And like, I am not that good at photography. Like I don't have that artistic talent. I don't know what to do, but trying to find just like a pretty background picture and then a quick quote, I can do that. It just takes time. It's not hard, it just takes time. But I want to do that for all 3 of the books I'm trying to market right now. So I've been doing it for A Practical Witch's Book of Shadows. Like I said, it's been going pretty well. Now I've added in Dangers in Witchcraft, and at the end of this week I will be adding in Handling Curses. And I feel like those are working pretty well. Now I will say I'm a little nervous trying to promote Handling Curses, simply because like, will the algorithm hate it? I don't know, because beginner witch stuff, it's pretty run-of-the-mill, like it's fine, it's pretty searchable, everyone's looking that up. But Handling Curses, that's getting a little bit more like in the sketchy zones. Same with Dangers in Witchcraft, a little sketchy. Same with Death. Death is also gonna be one of those, it's like, But like, maybe I will also change my mind and I'll also just throw in the Death Journey, because like, why not? Because it does have a lot of really good information, I think. I did a lot of research for that book, and Death has been a special interest of mine for a long time. I'd actually considered being a mortician for a while, and so like that book has so much research into it, and I still really stand by that book. So I kind of feel like I want to update the cover on it though. Like the cover just didn't, it was before I knew how to do cover design, so it's just in the cover creator on Amazon, and that sucks. So kind of feel like updating the cover and just like fixing it a little bit. But otherwise I think the book is, I don't know, maybe I'll even start doing that, because at the end of the day it is still a book that people could need, and people talk about that sort of stuff all the time over there. So I don't know, but I will say doing this marketing has at least improved what's going on in my like writing world, which is good. Again, I'm not fantastic at marketing, and it's not the funnest thing for me to do, but just hopping on TikTok for like 10 seconds and like posting a thing is not that hard. Typically I get it prepared the night before and then I just publish it whenever in the morning. I know it has the thing where you can do it, but you have to like do it from either it's a different app or even on your computer, and like I'm gonna be real, I just cannot be bothered. Like it is easier for me to just be like, all right, it's like noon, I'm gonna post again. and then just do it really quick. Not a big deal. Just have it saved in drafts and just at some point get them prepped for the next day. Like, that's just easier for me instead of having to try and deal with it. I know it's like the stupidest thing. I realize that, but I don't care. So that's mostly what I've been up to for marketing. And I did get a request to do an author page on Amazon. I've only gotten that request like maybe one other time. So I don't think it's a huge demand. And to be honest, I can't find the thing. Like, when I log in to KDP, I cannot find where it's like, make an author page. I am probably just an idiot. I'm sure it's somewhere simple, but like, I don't know where it's at. So search my name. Like, I don't know. I think I'll look into it later. Maybe I'll talk about the making of an author page. Is it worth it? Like, I don't know if it's really worth it, but okay. I feel like just like having my blog updated would probably work just as well. But also, is that me thinking in like 2010 brain? Because that's also my level of marketing. I loved that time where it didn't take much effort and it was wonderful. And not the nowadays where I have to actually like be an adult and like study marketing. I'm trying. I will read through other marketing books and see. But again, like, there is not much discussion on doing it as a nonfiction author to start off with. But nonfiction witchcraft, that like really narrows your pool. And I have looked into doing, you know, putting my books in shops. I've looked a couple times, but to be honest, you don't make money as an author really, as is. I mean, per sale, like typically you're getting like like high end is like $10. And that's for like an expensive hardcover. Most of the time you're sitting at like $4 to $5 per book. And if you then have to take a cut out of that to give them commission, like you're only gonna make like maybe $2 to sell a book. And like, is it worth the hassle? And Mandy Lynn, she talked about it a while ago. I don't even think she had her kids at that point, but maybe. But she talked about how she used to try and put her books in shops. Now again, she's fiction, it's a little different, but still. And she had like the worst experiences with it, and she's like, I would never do it again. And I was like, you know what, bet I'm not gonna do it either, because that sounds like way more work than I want to do. So I've just never really pursued it past that point. After getting some pricing options, I was like, no, because also I have to upfront that cost anyways, and I just don't want to do that. Like, if you want to cover my book in your shop, like maybe just buy copies like you were doing for all of the others. Like, I don't think most of them are getting like some discount from the publishing houses. Pretty sure you're just buying your copies off Amazon like everybody else. Like, a lot of their stuff you can find it on Amazon typically about the same price. So like, I don't know, maybe they get a special deal. I kind of doubt it. And again, the potential hassle just was never worth it. But I don't know, maybe that's the next step in marketing, is like take the cut and then I long term will sell more in shops. That's just terrifying. I don't know. I also feel like I need to like have like more titles out to make it worth my while and like let them pick and choose of like, which ones do you think would sell? Because goodness knows I don't know. The ones that I think are going to never do. And then the ones that I'm like, oh, and then it still does. And I'm like, okay. So anyways, that's where I'm at for marketing for my books. Again, I swear one day I'll have something else to talk about, but also I can't write right now. I did have a minor injury to my arm, so I can't type really a lot right now. I can barely use my arm as is, actually. So that's gonna be interesting to see if I can get this next one done. I want to publish it in July, so like, need to figure it out. Might be typing one-handed. We'll see. It's gonna be a journey, but I will talk about it soonish. I want to do like writing updates as well as like these marketing videos and like whatever, but I don't know. We'll see what the channel becomes. So anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble about the whole joys of marketing. And I would love to know what you do for marketing. If you were like, what works for you? What makes you want to go buy a witchcraft book? Like, that's such a hard thing to figure out. So let me know, like, is it like you saw it on Instagram? You saw it like, did you see it out in the wild and that's what like got your interest? Like, what makes you, what, like on the marketing side as the customer, what made you do it? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to check out my books, become one of my readers, it mean the absolute world to me. They're linked down below. And of course, check out the blog, fulltimebooks.wordpress.com. I will get better at saying that. It still feels weird because I'm so used to patreon.com/Witchcraft, my other channel. But if you want to check out my other channel, I talk about witchcraft books that are not mine, that are just out there. I do book reviews over there. And if you want more, I have my Patreon. If you want to check it out, support me over there. You get content 3 to 4 times a week. And yeah, till next time, thank you for coming along for another writing adventure, and I'll see you all soon.